My wife thought it was funny to prank me on April Fools by leaving fake divorce papers and a positive pregnancy test that wasn't mine. I didn't laugh. I packed my bags and ghosted her. 3 days later, she was begging me to come back, saying it was just a joke, but I had already signed the papers. 33 male, woke up April 1st to my wife, 31, already gone for work. We'd been married 4 years, together for 7 total. Normal relationship, arguments here and there, but nothing major. Or so I thought. Found an envelope on the kitchen counter next to my coffee maker. Official looking. My name printed on the front. Opened it. Divorce petition. Looked legitimate. County clerk stamps, case numbers, her signature at the bottom. Grounds for divorce, irreconcilable differences. Filed 3 days ago, March 29th. My hands went numb. Sat down hard in a kitchen chair. Then I saw it. Positive pregnancy test on the counter. One of those digital ones that says pregnant 3+ weeks in the little window. We'd been trying for a year. No luck. She'd been disappointed every month. This should have been good news. Except the paperwork said divorce. Which meant I called her. Straight to voicemail. Texted, need to talk. Now. No response. Called her work. Receptionist said she called in sick. She wasn't sick. She was avoiding me. Spent the day in a fog. Looked up divorce attorneys online. Read through the petition again and again. Everything looked real. Forms were accurate. Our address, marriage date, assets listed. She came home at 6 p.m. I was sitting at the kitchen table, documents in front of me. Hey babe, how was your... Whose is it? She blinked. What? The pregnancy test. Whose baby is it? What are you? Then she saw the papers, started laughing. Full belly laughs. Doubled over. Oh my God, your face! You should see your face right now. I stared at her. It's April Fools. I got you so good. I spent weeks planning this. She was wiping tears from laughing. The divorce papers are fake. Well, mostly fake. I used real forms from online but didn't actually file them. And the pregnancy test? My sister's. She's pregnant, not me. But you totally fell for it. I stood up slowly. You pranked me with divorce papers and a fake pregnancy? Yes. Isn't it hilarious? You were trying to call me all day, right? I had to avoid you to make it believable. Did you actually think I'd cheat on you? More laughing. Where are you going? I'd walked past her toward the bedroom. To pack. Pack? Pack what? Babe, it's a joke. April Fools. Pulled my suitcase from the closet. Started filling it with clothes. Stop! What are you doing? It was funny. Funny. Yes, a prank. Everyone does pranks on April Fools. I kept packing. Toiletries, laptop chargers. You can't be serious right now. You're seriously mad about a joke? A joke. I turned to face her. You made me think my marriage was over, that you were pregnant with another man's child, for a joke. Oh, come on, you'll laugh about this tomorrow. No, I won't. Where are you even going? Hotel. A hotel? Over a prank? You're being ridiculous. I zipped the suitcase, walked past her again. She grabbed my arm. Please, I'm sorry if I went too far. But it's April Fools. It's supposed to be shocking. It worked. I'm shocked that I married someone who thinks this is funny. Left. Drove to a hotel near my office. Checked in. Turned my phone off. Turned it back on 2 hours later. 38 missed calls. 64 text messages. Her babe, please come home. I'm sorry, okay? It was just a joke. You're seriously gonna be mad about this? My sister thinks you're overreacting, Bo. Everyone I told thinks you're being dramatic. Call me back? Call me back? Her. Fine, be a baby about it. I blocked her number. Blocked her on everything. Next morning, called a divorce attorney. Real one. Had a consultation at 2 p.m. Attorney's name was on a card my coworker had given me months ago when his cousin needed one. She's tough, he'd said. Doesn't mess around. Showed her the fake divorce papers my wife had created. So these aren't real? No, she pranked me with them. On April Fools. The attorney stared at me. She pranked you with fake divorce papers and a fake pregnancy test suggesting infidelity? Yes. And you want to file for real divorce? Yes. She leaned back. Okay, let's file that afternoon. Real forms, real case number, real signature. Update 1. 3 days after I left, living in an extended stay hotel. Work knew I was dealing with personal issues and gave me flexibility to work remote. My wife showed up at my office on day 3. Receptionist called me. There's a woman here, says she's your wife. She's pretty upset. Tell her I'm not available. Heard yelling through the phone. Receptionist came back. She's saying she's not leaving until she talks to you. Call security if she doesn't leave in 5 minutes. She left. Got a call from her mother that afternoon. I answered because I hadn't blocked that number yet. You need to stop this nonsense and come home. My daughter is beside herself. Your daughter pranked me with divorce papers. It was a joke for April Fools. Everyone is so sensitive these days. Did she tell you about the pregnancy test part? Silence. She put a positive pregnancy test on the counter next to the divorce papers. Made me think she was leaving me for someone else. Oh, she didn't mention that part. Funny how that works. Look, she made a mistake, but you're taking this too far. You left over a prank. I left because the person I married thinks destroying someone's trust is funny, and I filed for actual divorce yesterday. She should be getting served today. Her mother's voice went shrill. You what? Real divorce, real papers, not a prank. You can't be serious. I am. Don't call this number again. Hung up. Blocked. That evening, my wife's best friend called from her number. I answered thinking it might be work-related since I didn't recognize it. You're being a huge jerk. You know that? Who is this? Her best friend. She's been crying for 3 days over a stupid prank. Do you know how many relationships survive worse things? Good for them. This one doesn't. She made one mistake. She made a series of calculated decisions over several weeks. She planned this, got forms, got her sister's pregnancy test, coordinated avoiding me all day. That's not one mistake. That's sustained effort to emotionally devastate me for entertainment. It was April Fools. And now it's April 4th and she's getting served divorce papers. Funny how time works. You're throwing away 4 years of marriage. She threw it away when she decided my pain was comedy. I'm just filing the paperwork. She loves you. Then she has a really messed up way of showing it. Blocked that number too. Got a call from my own brother that night. She'd found his number somehow. Dude, your wife called me crying. What the hell happened? Explained the whole thing. Long silence. Yeah, okay, that's pretty messed up. But are you sure divorce is the answer? Maybe counseling? Would you go to counseling with someone who thought destroying your emotional stability was a fun prank? When you put it that way, exactly. She keeps saying she didn't mean to hurt you. She meant to shock me, to upset me. That was the entire point. She succeeded. Now she gets to live with the consequences. Fair enough. You need anything? Nah, I'm good. Thanks for checking. My wife started calling from random numbers, different one each time. I'd answer thinking it was work or the attorney. Please just talk to me. Hang up. Block number. I'm so sorry. I'll never do anything like this again. Hang up. Block number. You're ruining our lives over nothing. Hang up. Block number. Started sending emails to my work address. HR forwarded them to me with a note. Do we need to get involved? Told them no. Personal matter being handled legally. They said to let them know if she showed up again. She did. Day 6. Security escorted her out. She screamed at them that I was her husband and she had a right to see me. They explained trespassing law to her. She left. Got a cease and desist letter sent through my attorney. If she contacted me again, outside of legal channels, I'd pursue a restraining order. That finally stopped the calls. Update 2. 2 weeks after I left. Preliminary hearing was scheduled. My attorney had warned me this might get ugly. It got ugly. My wife showed up with her own attorney, some guy in a cheap suit who looked fresh out of law school. Her side argued I was abandoning the marriage over a minor disagreement, that I left without trying to work things out, that she apologized and I refused to accept it. My attorney presented 1. Timeline of her planning the prank over several weeks. 2. Text messages to her sister asking to borrow a positive pregnancy test. 3. Her own admission via texts to friends that she knew I'd be destroyed and thought it would be hilarious. 4. Evidence that she avoided me all day to maximize my distress. 5. Screenshots of her messages after I left, including ones where she dismissed my feelings as dramatic. The judge looked at my wife. Ma'am, you deliberately caused your spouse emotional distress as a prank? It was April Fools. It's supposed to be funny. Did he find it funny? Well, no, but did you expect him to find it funny? Eventually, once he calmed down. So you expected him to be upset initially? Yes, but that's the point of a prank. You scare someone and then reveal it's fake and everyone laughs. And when he didn't laugh, what did you do? I apologized. Before or after he left? After. And did your apology acknowledge the severity of what you'd done? My wife hesitated. Her attorney whispered something. I said I was sorry. What more does he want? The judge made a note. Petition for divorce will proceed. I'm ordering mediation for asset division. You're both required to attend in good faith, or this goes to trial. Her attorney objected. Your Honor, we believe this marriage can be saved with counseling. Does your client want counseling? My wife perked up. Yes, I'll do counseling. Does the petitioner want counseling? My attorney? No, Your Honor. My client is filing for divorce based on irreconcilable differences. The respondent's actions demonstrated a fundamental incompatibility in values regarding trust and respect. Judge, granted. Mediation scheduled for 3 weeks from today. Outside the courthouse, my wife tried to approach me. Her attorney held her back. My attorney positioned herself between us. Don't, my attorney said. Cease and desist is still in effect. I just want to talk to him. Through your attorney only. We left. In the car, my attorney said, she's going to make this expensive. Her lawyer's young and probably working on contingency or cheap because he thinks he can drag this out. Be prepared for requests for spousal support. She works. Part-time retail. You make significantly more. She'll argue she's entitled to the lifestyle you provided. We've only been married 4 years. Doesn't matter. Some judges award temporary support for even short marriages. We'll fight it, but be prepared. Great. Mediation was a disaster. She wanted the house. I'd bought it before we got married, but she claimed she'd contributed to improvements. She had. New kitchen counters, landscaping, painted 3 rooms, maybe $8,000 in improvements over 4 years. House was worth $340,000. I owed $190,000 on the mortgage. She wanted half the equity. That's $75,000, I said. For improvements you claim total $8,000? Her attorney, she maintained the home, managed household affairs. Her contributions enabled your career advancement. She worked part-time at a boutique, by choice. I never asked her to quit her full-time job. My attorney, my client will offer $15,000 for her contributions to home improvements. That's nearly double actual costs. We want $60,000. Based on what? Emotional contribution to the marriage. My attorney actually laughed. You're requesting compensation for being married? That's not how this works. We didn't settle. Going to trial. More costs. My attorney estimated another $12,000 in legal fees to get through trial. My wife's family started a phone campaign. They'd call my parents, my siblings, my cousins, anyone they could find, telling them I was being cruel, that I abandoned my wife over nothing, that I was heartless. My mom called me. They're saying some pretty awful things about you. Mom, she pranked me with fake divorce papers and a pregnancy test that wasn't hers, implying she'd cheated and was leaving me. Oh, they left that part out. They said she just did a silly April Fool's joke and you overreacted. Funny how the story changes. Want me to set the record straight? Only if people ask. Otherwise, I don't care what they think. 3 of my friends reached out after her best friend contacted them, told them my side. They were all some version of, yeah, that's divorced worthy. One friend, dude, my wife told me if I ever did something like that, she'd leave me too. That's psycho behavior. Another friend, I pulled a prank on my girlfriend once, put fake snow in her car as a surprise. She was mad for an hour. What your wife did, that's not a prank, that's targeted emotional warfare. The validation helped. Started doubting myself sometimes. Was I overreacting? Was this really divorce worthy? Then I'd remember opening that envelope, the feeling in my stomach, the pregnancy test, her laughing at my pain. No, I wasn't overreacting. Update 3. Final. Trial was 8 weeks after I filed. My attorney had prepared extensively. Her attorney argued I'd abandoned the marriage over a harmless prank, that my wife had apologized repeatedly, that I was being vindictive and cruel. My attorney countered with documented evidence of psychological harm. She'd had me see a therapist specifically for documentation purposes. Therapist diagnosed acute stress response, documented trust issues, anxiety about the marriage, emotional distress. Your Honor, the respondent's actions weren't just a prank. They were a calculated effort to cause maximum emotional distress. She spent weeks planning. She coordinated with her sister to obtain a fake pregnancy test. She created counterfeit legal documents. She avoided the petitioner all day to prolong his suffering. When he reacted by leaving, she dismissed his feelings as dramatic and overreacting. This shows a fundamental lack of empathy and respect. Her attorney, people make mistakes. She apologized. Marriage is about forgiveness. Judge, marriage is also about trust. Mrs., why did you think this was appropriate? My wife, in tears. It was supposed to be funny. All my friends said it would be hilarious. I didn't think he'd actually leave. So you wanted him to be upset but only temporarily? Yes, like when you jump out and scare someone. They're scared for a second and then they laugh. Did you jump out and immediately reveal it was fake? Well, no, I had to avoid him for dramatic effect. For how long? All day. So you let him believe for an entire workday that you were divorcing him and pregnant with another man's child? When you say it like that, how else should I say it? Silence. Judge reviewed the evidence. Took about 15 minutes, which felt like hours. Divorce granted. Asset division as follows. Petitioner keeps the house. Respondent receives $20,000 for documented contributions to home improvements and general equity consideration. No spousal support awarded. Marriage was short-term. Respondent is employable, and her actions contributed substantially to the marriage breakdown. Each party responsible for their own legal fees. My wife burst into tears. Her attorney whispered to her, "Your Honor, we'd like to appeal." On what grounds? The settlement is unfair. Your client orchestrated an elaborate scheme to emotionally devastate her spouse, then showed minimal remorse when he reacted predictably. This court finds the settlement more than fair given the circumstances. Dismissed. We walked out. My wife tried to approach me again. Her attorney physically stopped her this time. "Don't make this worse," I heard him tell her. In the car, my attorney said, "That went better than expected." 20 grand is manageable? Yeah, I've got savings. Good, should be finalized in 4 to 6 weeks once paperwork processes. And that's it. That's it. Cost breakdown. $20,000 to her, $18,500 in legal fees, $38,500 total to end a 4-year marriage over a prank. Worth it. Divorce finalized 11 weeks after I filed. Got the official decree in the mail. Felt nothing, then relief, then tired. My ex-wife tried to friend me on social media about 3 weeks later, blocked immediately. Her best friend sent me a message on a platform I'd forgotten to block her on. She misses you, she's sorry, she learned her lesson. Blocked. Her mother sent a letter to my office. HR forwarded it to me unopened, shredded it without reading. They gave up eventually. Or maybe they just ran out of ways to contact me. 6 months after the divorce, I'm doing okay. Sold the house actually. Too many memories. Bought a smaller condo closer to work. Started seeing someone new. Told her the whole story on our 3rd date. Wanted to be upfront. Her response, "That's insane. Who does that to someone they supposedly love?" That's what I said. You didn't overreact. You underreacted, if anything. I would have burned her stuff. I thought about it. We've been together 4 months now. It's good. Different. She understands boundaries. Respects feelings. Doesn't think emotional terrorism is comedy. Found out through mutual friends, the few who stayed in touch with both of us, that my ex blames me for everything. Tells people I gave up on the marriage and couldn't take a joke. That she's the victim. Let her tell it that way. People who know the truth know the truth. The rest don't matter. Someone at work asked me last week if I regret how I handled it. If I wish I'd tried counseling first. No. Really? No doubts? None. She showed me exactly who she was. Someone who gets entertainment from my pain. You don't counsel your way out of that. You leave. That's cold. That's self-preservation. Still in therapy. Probably will be for a while. Working through trust issues, learning to recognize red flags earlier, processing the whole experience. Therapist asked me last session, "Do you think you'll ever forgive her?" For what she did? Maybe eventually. For who she showed me she is? No. You don't forgive someone for being fundamentally incompatible with human decency. That's harsh, is it? She spent weeks planning to devastate me, coordinated with others, documented her plans in texts. Then when I reacted exactly as any reasonable person would, she called me dramatic. That's not a good person making a bad choice. That's a bad person showing their true character. My new girlfriend knows I have baggage. She's patient, doesn't push. When we have disagreements, she communicates clearly. No games, no gotchas, no pranks. Last week she said I would never do something like that to you. You know that, right? I know. Good. Because what she did, that's not love. That's cruelty with a laugh track. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I'm 34 now. Divorced. Starting over. Lost $38,500 and a year of my life to a 4-year marriage that ended because someone thought destroying trust was funny. But I'm out. I'm free. I'm with someone who understands that love isn't a joke. And my ex? She's probably still telling people I couldn't take a joke. Let her. The people who matter know better. The rest can believe whatever helps them sleep at night. I sleep fine.